Hello and welcome to my garden and the dinosaurs who live there. Today I thought I would just take you around some areas of the garden and let you see how things are going. Don't you just love violas? They're such tiny, tiny little flowers, but they seem to do really well in the winter, despite the weather. This is a little tiny hanging basket. It doesn't look very impressive, but when you focus in a little bit more closely, just looking at these flowers, they're just great. And it's lovely to have even a tiny amount of colour in the garden at this time of year. I'm down at the very far corner of the garden in the bed that's underneath a huge sycamore tree. And there's a variety of things within this bed. And you'll see here, I've just got some daffodils coming up. I think they're actually narcissus, little small daffodils, rather than the full-sized ones. But it's lovely seeing them up and seeing the flower heads ready to burst into life. Behind them there's a hart's tongue fern. In fact, there's two of them, which seem to be doing okay in the winter. And I've got another one here. And just randomly positioned behind is a cornus. See the lovely orangey red stems of that cornus. Now, to be fair, I just threw it in there because I had to move it from its previous location, so I don't really think it will stay here. But yeah, it's resplendent at the moment without its leaves and the nice winter colour of the cornus bark. And further back, oh, there's the sunshine, so you can't really lift the camera up. Further back, there are more ferns and some ivy, just to sort of get some colour and get some cover in this part of the garden. Oh, hello, I've been joined. Hello, hello. What else do we have in here? There's hostas that obviously you won't be able to see right now, but they will come up in the springtime. There's a euphorbia that's randomly positioned here. Again, I had a little euphorbia I just wanted to put somewhere, but I'll probably remove that. You probably discover with my garden there tends to be a lot of shuffling and reshuffling. I spent so much time taking this garden from what it is now, which is from what it was previously, I should say, which was basically just grass, to what it is now. I'm not saying it's fantastic now, but it's a bit better than just having plain grass, and that's literally everything from the ground up was, I was instrumental in having put in. But there's a long way to go. I've been a bit random with my planting because I've just been learning as I go along, and of course, as I think I've talked about in previous videos, I have this challenge of between what do I use the flower beds for? Do I use, or the beds for? Do I use them for flowers, which I love, or do I use them for fruit and veg? So that's still an ongoing problem in the garden. And there's Matilda having a meander there. So background here, yeah, into this bed. What else is in here? There is some Brunnera Jack Frost, which is a brilliant plant. It's a perennial that just ducks down under the ground for the winter time, and I've got a couple of batches of that here, and I'll look forward to showing you that. Silvery coloured leaves, really nice, good ground cover. Yeah, and undoubtedly there'll be other things that pop up, and I can talk about when they do pop up. But for now, the most exciting thing that's happening here are these little narcissi that are popping up and hopefully will be flowering in the not too distant future. So that was a nice picture of the girls in front of the hellebores, which are continuing to do brilliantly. So there's some lemony white ones and some purpley ones. Absolutely gorgeous flowers. I do love them. It's just a shame their little heads bow down, but I don't blame them in the winter time. I've got this large bed down towards the bottom of the garden. Gets sun most of the time when it is sunny. There are strawberries in here. I actually transplanted a number of strawberry plants in here over the autumn. But then a bit out of place is this huge clump of oriental poppies, lovely scarlet coloured poppies, which are really, really nice, but they only last a short amount of time and then all you've got is this huge foliage to deal with. So I am going to relocate these poppies after they have flowered, and I'll dig as much of the, well, dig all the roots out. I'll need to be very careful because they are pretty persistent when you've got them planted. They are hard to eradicate in an area. So I'll get rid of, well, I'll take that out once it's flowered and I will put it somewhere else. That will give me a little bit more space in this bed for something else. And just behind is another bed. Oh, you can see my shadow. Let me just try and move out the way. More strawberries in here. And yeah, something else. What do these flowers look like to you? Sorry, not flowers, leaves. I've got a couple, 2 or 3. I'm thinking they might be tulips. There might have been bulbs in the compost bin that weren't completely composted, or they've just been lurking in the bottom of this bed, although I'm sure I cleared it out last year. So yeah, so there's some things lurking in here. I'll just see what they look like. I'll maybe pull them out, but, well, I'll certainly pull them out later. But we'll see what they are before I do that. And these strawberries are also looking fine. They'll obviously start doing a little bit more in a couple of months' time. Okay, in this flower bed, you can see there are more poppies. I hate throwing things away, and I just keep moving these poppies around when I get fed up with them in the location they're in. Then there are some tulips in the back there. They have been in for about 4 years now. I think they're white, or maybe some are white and some are red. I don't know whether they'll do much this year. I really will have to take them out if they don't. But they were great for the time that, you know, the first couple of years certainly. There's some grass. Lots and lots of stuff grows in this bed. Lots of perennials that obviously aren't visible right now. There is Astrantia, there's some hostas, some Simicifuga, if that's the right way of saying it. Yeah, so you'll see that as in when it comes up. Now this is another poppy, and that one is called Place Pigalle, or Place Picante. That's it, Place Picante. And that is a really unusual poppy. It's sort of orangey and it's frilled. Excuse me. And that one, along with some of the other things I have in this bed, there's some sedum and Astrantia included, I got as part of a project that I undertook. It was Mr. Fothergill, you know, the seed and plant online shop. They were looking a number of years ago for people all around the country to help them to determine how different plants grew in different areas. It was called Nation of Gardeners, and I was one of the Scottish contingent. And for just over a year, they sent us a goodie box every month with different bulbs or plants, and asked us to plant them in a particular way, and then we all compared our results from people all over the country. So that was really, really interesting. It was such an exciting thing to be part of. Oh, can you hear that noise? That's Hamble. That's Hamble wanting out after laying. I'll go and let her out the coop, or out the run. Anyway, that's Place Picante. Poppy was one of the things that we grew as part of the Nation of Gardeners, and I'll show you what that's like when it flowers later on in the spring. It's really, really nice. Okay, quick update on the broad beans that originally were in a cold frame and grown, got a bit leggy, and I planted them out here and wondered if they would survive because of the cold weather. So yeah, I lost some. I lost maybe 3, so I've replaced them today with others. And some of the other original ones were a bit blackened at the tips, so I've just literally cut them off. So they're looking a bit of a motley crew, but oh, you know, doesn't harm, you know, does no harm trying to keep these guys alive, because I wouldn't be putting anything else in this bed at this time of year anyway. So yeah, there they are. I've now got supports in, and I'm going to cover them back up with the cloche, plastic cloche and fleece, and we'll see how these go. I've also topped up the slug trap again with some fresh beer, just in case there's some slugs kicking about in here, as there was before. So yeah, quick update on the broad beans. They're looking pretty awful, but it was an experiment to see if they would do okay this early after being in a cold frame. But I don't know whether I'd do that again. Alright, I'll keep you posted as to their progress. Bye bye for now.